Hello and welcome everyone. Update 0.10.1 is now live on all servers, and with it comes the release of the Italian battleships into early access. It also marks the end of the first full update with the captain skill rework. Wargaming have announced they are conducting an internal review of all the data collected from the live server during the previous update, and on completion they will start announcing any eventual balance changes to skills that are over or underperforming, whatever the case may be. I know a lot of you are upset over the current state of secondary builds, feeling much weaker than before, but do not despair. I fully expect the secondary skills to be adjusted, bringing them into line, maybe not exactly the same as pre-rework, but very close to those at least. Wargaming's whole intention with this rework was to provide alternate styles of gameplay, including different builds to suit set playstyles. I've been revisiting some of the German battleships, usually more renowned for their secondary power, none more so than the legendary Bismarck. But I have to admit, I've been having a ton of fun playing them with this Deadeye build. The Bismarck's main battery guns have never felt this good before, and while I hear the muffled cries of anguish in the background about its secondaries being weaker, this build really does give the Bismarck the best of both worlds. Accurate main battery for early to mid-game engagements, while still having 8.4 km secondaries to help brawl with at later stages in games. So while I fully expect secondary builds to return with incoming balance changes, I highly recommend this alternate build in the meantime, as I can't stress enough how much fun I've had playing this Deadeye build. Shots out on this Thise now. Couple of decent hits, get those back guns off. He has fired, so I have time to just get behind this island before he's able to reload. Our Kaga is going in with torpedo bombers. Just going to use this island to turn because I do have a turret pushing in to the capture point there. Even though the turret is outside my detection range, the Thise now is spotted, so he's negating the effects of Deadeye there. Still a couple of decent hits. So we've managed to reposition. Thise now is continuing to push into the corner. I'm just going to fall back, pull range, and put shots out on this mines. Quite far away. It's quite maneuverable. We've lost the focal on the far side. Turret still continues to push. Thise now is right in the corner now, so I'm just going to keep firing on this turret till this Thise now pops out. Couple of hits. I'm still not getting the effects of Deadeye. Comes this Thise now. Did expect him to turn in there. Couple of hits. 4600. Take some damage from the Imagi as well. Getting very close to my secondary range, which is 8.4 kilometers. Just gonna hold position here. Let him get into secondary range. Aiming just a little bit high for his superstructure. 6400 plus. Secondaries open up. These secondaries open up in return. We get a fire. Should be able to finish him off with this next salvo. Just aiming high for his superstructure again. We take out the Gneiser now. Tirpitz is on the opposite side of the island. Is a DD still knocking around? Benson in that gap somewhere. Just in case he's torping this gap. Get Hydro up. Tirpitz is pushing forward. He is aware that we're here. Those fighter planes would have detected me. I'm detected again even. He's gonna aim high for his superstructure to avoid those rocks. $16K. Get our secondaries going. Tirpitz gets taken out by the Kaga's dive bombers. There's still a Benson in that capture point. It really does feel great being able to fire and reliably hit targets with the Bismarck. It was always one of its few down points. I should have actually held fire here. Königsberg is pushing in, so he was going to detect that Benson. Trying to blind fire, but I should have held fire, recognized what my Nuremberg was trying to do. Should have enough DPM to take out that Benson. Benson has torped the Amagi. There is a Mainz coming into the B point. Nuremberg, sure enough, does take out that Benson. Turn quickly here. Here we do have the effects of Deadeye. There is nothing detected within my concealment radius. I'm just going to tell the carrier, although he seems to be already going, so I'm just going to ping the map quickly. He's responded, okay, he's aware. That Mainz is detected. Deadeye was active there. You can see that dispersion is just awesome. 16K. Get a Citadel. We delete the Mainz. Not on CB. That was pretty good spotting there. Enemy carrier is detected. Long range. My Deadeye is active. That carrier was virtually bow on. We still landed 5 of the HLs, which is pretty decent at that range. Dive bombers coming in from the Enterprise. We've got multiple battleships pushing out of the A point. Can we get that carrier detected again, maybe? Carrier is going for my friendly Gneiser now. I'm going to start turning for these battleships. My Deadeye is still active. There's nothing detected again within my concealment range. That Mutsu is turning in, so he is angling correctly. Dive bombers coming in from the Enterprise again. Just going to start turning. There are still multiple battleships, so I need to be careful. Angle in for the moment. Enterprise finishes off the Thise now with dive bombers. We'll salvo out on this turrets. There's a Leander just around the corner, so I am going to keep turning out. Be pushing around this corner into torps. And there are 2 battleships here still. But Mutsu is flooding and his engine is out, it appears. Juicy looking target, he's flat broadside. Double citadel, we delete the enemy Mutsu. Turn my attention to the turrets. As fired. Showing quite a bit of broadside there though. Shots out again. Again, really good looking dispersion. We take out the turrets. We get the high caliber award. It really does feel so rewarding. Aiming in the right position and getting really nice tight shell groupings that are incredibly dangerous. Our Nuremberg does really well. He takes out the Leander, so that only leaves the carrier. And despite only having 9 secondary hits in this game, we're up to 163,000 damage, which is quite nuts. There's the Enterprise at 22 kilometers. I mean, this is as long range as it gets with the Bismarck. We land 3 shells. We get the Confederate achievement. Just slightly misjudged his actual speed there. See how many shells we can get here. That is a target over 22 kilometers away. Look at that shell grouping again. We take out the Enterprise. We get the Kraken unleashed. I mean, what's not to like? The Bismarck with this Deadeye build really does feel fantastic. I highly recommend it. I'd like to thank you once again all for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more. Take a moment to check out some of my most recent videos and leave a comment below. And until the next time, keep sailing it like you stole it.